Man, Mondays normally suck, but you know what? I'm here. I'm bearing through it with you. I got some topics. Let's get into it. Hey, what's going on, guys? Dealer back again with yet another video. Monday 2021 of some other month. I don't even know the month anymore. Holy crap, we're still in the middle of this pandemic. Well, anyway, today we're talking about Xbox news. No, seriously, hope everybody is safe out there, doing what it takes to stay, well, Rona-free. I know a lot of people that have been affected. I've been affected personally. Things in my life has changed as a result, and I don't wish that on anybody. I don't wish any of this on anything. So hopefully all of you guys have been doing well out there. And yes, I know, it's the reason I don't really discuss it. Honestly, we're here for video games. We're here to talk gaming. It's the best hobby in the universe. Perhaps the best escape from reality, aside from licking frogs. And by the way, I want to be clear, I'm not condoning that, Phil, or Xbox. I'm not saying that it's a good thing, Xbox. I just, anyway, we've got topics today. Hey, I've got to say it. If you end up liking the video, maybe show a buddy, subscribe, all that good stuff. Thank you so much. Let's get into it. First up, Hellblade 2. I've recently covered this title and why it may be taking a bit longer to release than expected, though I'm sure the final result will be worth the wait. Well, shout out to Razkai for tagging me in this post. It is a clip from one of the artists that work on the music for the game. Now, Razkai, hopefully I'm pronouncing that right, seems to think that all of the audio is pretty much wrapped for the game due to some of the wording in this clip.
It's interesting also to work with, for instance, this computer game from Ninja Theory called Hellblade. They made 2, yeah. So that's a different story because then we're much more involved in the process of creating, and it becomes more of a dialogue about the art, which was super interesting work, and we loved every second of it.
Pretty interesting interview, and again, I'll link this down below so you check out the source. You guys, let me know if you think Razkai could have a point here, and maybe this audio has been done for quite some time. Again, we saw Hellblade 2 in 2019. We know they've been working on this title since about 2017, and that is quite some time. The team has expanded, their resources have expanded, Microsoft are now behind them, and I cannot wait to see what they can do with Unreal Engine 5. Hey, by the way, in case you missed my last video, we did cover Microsoft's doubling of the Xbox Live paywall for their platform. Now, of course, it's their right to do whatever they want, but we weren't exactly happy with that decision, especially given it's the middle of a pandemic. Yes, the prices for Xbox Live were pretty much being doubled. We didn't really have much of a choice or say about it, and again, just wasn't smart. I can't believe that they thought that this would go over smoothly, especially given the current times. So again, everybody that was in the comment section of my last video, every creator, every producer, everybody who made content, putting out, talking about this, everybody said the right things, and they did it constructively, which is good. And Microsoft responded in record time. And I cannot think of another company that really has been so fast acting, not only to fix the problem that was so obviously and easily avoidable in the first place, but they then went the extra mile and got rid of that stupid paywall for free-to-play games that we've been talking about on RDX podcast for years now. Xbox, up to this paywall's abolishment anyway, was the only platform that you had to pay to play free-to-play games on. It was kind of weird, really. It's kind of like back in the day on 360 when you had to have gold to watch Netflix. It was the only platform in the world that had a paywall for Netflix, really, that I can think of. And it was kind of the same thing with free-to-play games. They finally got rid of that, and that's great. Honestly, I'm not one to beat a dead horse here, especially when it's negative, but hey, you gotta say it. Microsoft, you should have knew better, and I'm sorry you forgot what 2013 was like for a split second, but boy was the internet quick to remind you, you can't get away with anything. You're Microsoft, and unfortunately the tallest trees catch the most wind. So yeah, I did update that in my last video in the comments, and of course everybody who spoke up on it, everybody in the comments, whether you agreed or disagreed with people like myself or each other in the comments, it's okay to disagree, though this is kind of an issue that I really didn't expect to see many people saying, yay, this is awesome. So, but hey, I'm not mad at you. Whatever. You're allowed to have your opinion. I'm just going to do what I can to make sure that it doesn't go into effect. You know what I'm saying? So, it was good. Microsoft got a little slap on the wrist, and they turned around really quickly and did the right thing. You know what? You got to applaud them for that at least. I know you can say, well, they tried to do this in the first place. Yeah, I know. And I hate that fact that that's another bullet in the clip. That's more ammo that we did not need Microsoft to have put against them when it comes to this, but they did it to themselves, unfortunately, and no one can save them from themselves. They've just got to take feedback, adjust, adjust and really think a little bit more about that kind of stuff. Again, let me know your thoughts on the reversal of that Xbox Live price hike. That was pretty big. It wasn't going to affect current members or this or that, or maybe it wouldn't even affect you. That's besides the point, like I said in my last video. So let me know your thoughts on that as we move along. So do you guys remember when I covered an Indiana Jones game that's coming to Xbox platforms and it's being made by Wolfenstein's Machine Games? Yes, that is a fantastic studio, though maybe it's kind of a different genre. Hey, teams show us all the time that they can handle a new IP, they can handle a new genre even with ease, and they can make all kinds of different great games. Hopefully Machine Games is that studio, because Wolfenstein 2, absolutely fantastic game. Well, according to good buddy Jez Corden on the fantastic Xbox 2 podcast, one of the best podcasts around, shout out to Rand Arthur. Yeah, he's got some inklings that there's going to be not one, but 2 titles from LucasArts that are striking deals for Xbox platforms. Holy crap, that is some thunder in the background. I don't know if you can hear that. I'm pretty sure I'm gonna die. Anyway, I apparently survived. So yeah, Jez Corden of Windows Central, very credible name when it comes to inside, before the fact information. Again, he's hearing there are multiple deals when it comes to LucasArts, and not only could they have something like an Indiana Jones game, which they've already officially announced, very well could be a competitor to something like maybe Uncharted, which would be great. Xbox need a action and adventure genre game, but maybe something else, maybe a Star Wars game. Man, after Jedi Fallen Order, ooh, this game is fire. Like seriously, even if you're not a Star Wars fan, like you gotta try it. I'm ready for something like that. Maybe it's some mega deal and they went through 16 different conglomerates and they acquired Teletubbies and they're making a Teletubbies game. Let me know. I mean, I don't know. Just let me know what you think down below. Seriously, because, yeah, I mean, what could the other license be? I know that they sent one out and Ubisoft are apparently working on a Star Wars game. Who knows? Maybe Microsoft are assembling a team or do have a team that want to take on Star Wars, or maybe not. I'm just spitballing here. Seriously, I'm really looking forward to some of these new games from Microsoft. So, really some new IP for Microsoft. That's what I would like to see more than anything, but whether or not they do deliver on new IPs year 1, year 2 of the new generation, they can at least bring really compelling titles of high quality. Not everything needs to be a service-based title like Sea of Thieves. Not everything needs to be a multiplayer title, and I would like to think that Microsoft understand that, because as we just witnessed with Xbox Live, they tend to be listening to what people are saying, and there is a massive group out there that just wants a nice, highly polished story, narrative-driven title that may be aimed for adults, and while they have some of those already, we're talking about something a little bit different than the rest of the stable. And you know what? That's honestly what Jedi Fallen Order reminded me of, though themed and kind of shaped after Dark Souls and Sekiro in terms of its combat, but more balanced and less of a headache, in my opinion. It's one of those things where this game feels great in a lot of different ways. Even though it does borrow, it makes it work, and it surrounds it by a compelling story, a complete product that does not need you to buy a ton of microtransactions. In fact, I'm not sure you can buy any. It just is what it is, and it's a fantastic game from the creative director of God of War 3, who now helms Respawn Studios at EA. Hopefully they are well into development on the sequel to this game. But again, let me know your thoughts down below. I'm a big Xbox fan. I obviously prefer the platforms where I play everything, even though I've got every single platform. So naturally, I'm gonna give my opinions on things, and hey, you know what, Microsoft, listen, sometimes they don't. We'll see what they do, and of course, we'll continue to give our feedback and voice as a community like we've done recently with Xbox Live. But again, let me know your thoughts. Hit the like button if you haven't. Maybe show a buddy or two this video. It really helps the channel more than you know. And of course, thank you so much for what you do. Links to all the sources down below in the description. Shout out to the patrons, channel members. You guys rock. I'm Dealer, and I'll see you in the next one.